yoga.
And now, welcome to Childish Yoga.
Okay.
I don't really know how to do yoga. Sorry.
I feel like I don't know how to sit. Oh, there's a camera recording me. Is it going? Yeah, it
I
is.
think it is.
Let's
Let's spend the whole video doing this.
just
Adjusting constantly. I did watch this one girl do a YouTube video and she was adjusting her shirt the entire time. I wanted to just be like, just end it and go change. So that I don't have to see you doing this. The whole video. It was like 8 minutes long. Alright, sorry.
Kaylee,
Yes.
did you know that cashews aren't nuts?
No! I didn't!
Are you joking?
No, I really didn't know that.
Why did you say that like you actually knew it the whole time?
Because of the way you were phrasing it. You sounded like a commercial. Did you know? No,
Okay,
I didn't know that.
Cashews aren't nuts.
What are
They're
they?
seeds.
For what? Cashew trees?
Listen. The seeds are harvested from the cashew apple, and the cashew apple grows on cashew trees.
What does a cashew apple look like?
I'll tell you in a second. Okay, let's see. Okay, and they grow on the outside at the base of the fruit. So it's like tree,
Okay, I know what those look like.
apple,
Okay.
and then the little curve of the cashew at the base of the apple.
I need a photo. Can we Google it?
Not on here. This is...
Give me a minute. Well, we're gonna show our audience what you can't describe something like that.
They all have cashew... No, they all have Google abilities.
They all have cashew. All of our audience has cashews.
They all have cashews.
Oh, they look disgusting.
Yeah, they look terrible. Can you show them, though? Because we're here now.
Okay, we made it this far. It looks gross.
But sometimes they're red.
I don't know
Press
if
on
it's...
my screen, you weirdo.
Oh. Okay, sorry. There we go. Okay, and then the red one is like so.
Okay,
That's so weird. I didn't know that.
So that sent me down a weird rabbit hole of what is a cashew and what is a nut. Excuse me. And what is a seed and like how all those are defined. Okay. What is a nut? This is the definition. Stop laughing.
I'm not.
This is
Never.
There's a camera on this. Oh, by the way, listeners, if you're listening on wherever you listen to our podcast,
On headphones and not seeing us.
Right, we're actually recording this podcast in video form and we're going to post it on our YouTube channel, and if we decide not to, then I will delete this whole section and it won't matter at all.
And no one will know, ever.
Yeah, but just so you know, you can switch over and watch us record this episode instead of just listening to it. I don't know. It's a wild time.
It's really the best option, honestly.
Okay, so a nut.
A nut.
I googled define nut.
Did anything really weird pop up?
Well, they said there was like Urban Dictionary, but I skipped all that because you know. But a nut, this is like quotations. This is the definition: a fruit consisting of a hard or tough shell around an edible kernel. A nut is a fruit.
I didn't know that.
What is a fruit?
Okay,
So
then
listen.
what is a seed?
So a seed is essentially a nut. It comes from a fruit, but it can get itself out of its shell.
Oh.
So the difference is between a seed and a nut, they both come from fruit.
Right.
It's just the seed can get itself out of its shell and the nut can't.
Wow. Okay, when you say get itself out, it does it on its own or it needs a human being
No, it
to
can
help?
do it on its own.
Really? That's weird. I was being sarcastic just then, but
Yeah, that's
I
like
was
the
wrong.
big difference is the shell.
It can get itself out. What does that mean? It like
I don't
outgrows
know,
it?
Kaylee. Yeah, like
Its
it doesn't,
little hands?
or it doesn't have a shell. Like the cashew seed doesn't have a shell.
Interesting.
It's just at the base of the fruit.
Wow.
And then you think about like an apple seed, like just a normal apple seed,
Right.
and it's just like in the fruit loosely. Versus like if you think of a walnut or a cashew, they come in hard shells.
Yes.
You gotta break the shell. Pistachio.
Go on.
I don't want to spend...
You know what I'm disappointed in this
What?
whole segment is the lack of that's what she said jokes. The amount of times we said the word nut. But whatever. That's interesting.
You know what? Forget it.
That's fine. Oh. Okay, sorry. I'm Kaylee.
No, Kaylee. We did this last week too. First and last name.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
I
okay,
really don't
pause.
understand what I did wrong. I'm Kaylee Forche.
And I'm Elisa Davis, and this is Childish, our podcast all about nuts versus seeds.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
The whole thing.
We don't have a huge following, but it's fine. We're doing what we love. Nuts and seeds. That's what she said. Nailed it. Nailed the joke. Yes.
Okay, housekeeping.
Yeah.
We had multiple people. I don't know whether to look at you or look at the camera.
Well, I would look there.
No, it's too much
Because
work.
I'm looking at me and the camera, if that makes sense. I just keep checking myself out.
Let me just
See?
shift all the way over.
There you go.
We had three people
We had 3 peaches.
3 people
Sweet
reach
little
out to
peaches.
us with different corrections
That's awkward.
about our podcast.
Just
One of them was Amanda, who informed us that, okay, if you remember, like, I think it was episode 1 or 2.
Wait, Amanda from school?
Yeah, I know her.
Oh.
No, excuse me, MNU, not...
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right. Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to edit this audio so much. I'm so mad.
I'm so sorry.
I'm really mad at you, especially.
Well, we've been doing this a long time, Elisa. You should expect it by now.
Yeah. Okay, if you remember in, like, episode 2, I talked about how when I was little, I used to think that water caused diabetes. Thus, the title of the episode, Water Causes Diabetes.
It's a good episode. Check it out.
Amanda wrote in and said, an early symptom of type 1 diabetes is drinking a lot of water, and maybe that's how you made that connection.
Oh.
Because, like, I don't know if you guys watched the Jonas Brothers movie.
I did not.
But
I had better things to do.
Like, one of the ways they found out... I just heard what you said.
I know. It's funny because I feel like I say a lot. You don't hear like 50% of it, so you just keep going. Oh yeah, she didn't hear that.
When I'm in the zone.
It's fine. You got what you were trying to say and you're saying it, and no input from me is going to change that, and I respect it. So
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
It doesn't matter. Nick just started drinking a lot of water, and that was one of the first signs to his type 1 diabetes.
I drink a lot of water. I try to drink 3 of these a day.
Yeah, but are you, like, constantly thirsty? That's the real sign, is if you're really thirsty. No, you would know. You would know. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other 2 were for the same error. Both Anna and Molly reached out to us. Apparently, we said that our production of Cinderella was, like, junior year or something. It was our sophomore year of high school.
Oh!
So.
Which means I played a man and an ugly stepsister my sophomore year of high school.
Dreams.
Fun times. Wow. Okay. I realize that. To our listeners, deepest apologies.
We make mistakes.
Are so sorry.
Sometimes it happens.
It's too many times.
We're humans.
We're gonna figure it out. This will never ever happen again.
We do what we want. It may happen again.
It's probably gonna happen again.
Okay, last housekeeping thing.
Okay.
And then I need to stop talking because I feel like I've talked for an hour.
God, Lisa. Just kidding.
Is that we had a listener named Molly.
Molly. Shout out to Molly.
Send in a poem that she wrote in the 6th grade.
Sweet.
I'm going to read it to you.
Me? Okay, I'll listen.
The poem is entitled Banana Power.
Okay. Wait, how old was she?
6th grade, so
okay.
like 12.
Yeah.
Banana Power, gotta figure things out. Banana Power, jump and shout.
All right.
Banana Power, don't give a doubt. We love bananas. Banana Power, don't want sauerkraut. Only want bananas, yeah.
Great job, Molly. As podcasters, we so appreciate you. And I just want you to know, you have banana power. As do all Childish listeners. You know, I have never really been able to snap. And this is as good as it gets, but I'm proud of it. Is it pretty loud?
Yeah, it sounds good to me. It sounds like a fairly normal snap.
Really bad.
Yeah, that one's a little dull. Like, listen.
Okay. You're not gonna flex on me that hard. Nice. Okay, Thank you, Molly, for setting that in. That's great.
We want all of your childhood poems. We want any of your weird childhood stories. Maybe something weird your grandma did. I don't know.
Something weird you believed as a child, like water causing diabetes.
We want confessions, things you never told your parents that you did. You can tell us. We'll even give you a fake name if you think that they might find out through this podcast. And if you remember,
that's part of it.
Podcastchildish@gmail.com. Email us.
Yes, please do. Okay, am I going to tell a story? All right, so this is from my sophomore year of college. I was still at school in Seattle.
Mine is from my sophomore year.
No way, let's be friends. Okay. So yeah, sophomore year, I was what they called a Wesleyan small group leader, because we had this like, I don't really know how to explain it, but basically for all the freshmen, you were required to be in a Wesleyan small group under one of the like Bible classes that every student had to take if you went to SBU. So I was one of the mentors, so every semester I would have a group of like 8 people, and we would just talk. I don't really want to explain what a Wesleyan small group is. You should just look it up. It's interesting.
Why couldn't it just be called small group?
Because it was very specific. Like, Wesleyan small groups are very different from... So, like, you would start... I'll just explain it. You start every single small group with the question, how is it with your soul? And every person goes around and talks for, like, a half hour. And nobody's really allowed to... Unless you're, like, asking clarifying questions, you're not allowed to respond. That person just has the time to answer it and explain what's going on in their lives. And they also interpret that question however they want.
Oh,
and then you just give that time, and then the rest of the time, whatever time's left, you spend that encouraging each other in whatever's going on. So
that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of, at least I found it pretty therapeutic when I was in one, and then even as a mentor, because you have to participate the same way. It was interesting. Anyways, at the end of the year, they decided to have like a thank you get together for all the mentors. And so we also had our own mentors, and they gave us like little certificates and stuff. So anyway, we're in this like kind of small classroom, and there's like maybe 70 people in there. So it's kind of cramped for one. And it was so freaking hot. I don't know why it was so hot in that room. And I had just woken up because it was on a Saturday and it was like 2 p.m. So I rolled out of bed and went there. So I got out. Yeah, I like just dressed in whatever I could. So I was wearing like a sweatshirt and jeans, which was really dumb of me because it was so hot. So we're in this room. It's really cramped, and I've not eaten or like had anything to drink all day because I'd just woken up. So I'm there, I'm enjoying the party. They decided to give us as gifts these leis, and this one guy made the leis, but he made them out of like cloth, so it wasn't like the plastic that leis are usually made out of.
Or the real flowers.
Yes, yeah. I was thinking of the ones from the Dollar Tree, but yes, or the real flowers. So they're made out of cloth, so it was basically like wearing a scarf. So they gave it to all of us, and I noticed everybody else was wearing theirs, so I was like, I gotta wear mine. I don't want to be the only kid who's like, yeah, I don't want to wear that, even though you gave it to me as a gift. So I put it on, which means I'm now in jeans, a sweatshirt, and a scarf, and I'm sweating profusely, like so bad. We're in this tiny room. I'm like starting to feel like sick. I was like, I just want this to be over. Like, I'm so thankful that they're thanking us, but whatever. I'm ready to be done because I was tired and felt gross, whatever. So we all decide, it's like getting close to the end, we all decide that we're going to pray together, and the chaplain of the school is there, the president of the university is there, and all these other higher ups. I think the dean of the theology department and like the head of Wesleyan small groups, everybody's there. It's like all these higher ups. And so we decide to, like, while we're praying, get in this like huddle.
Oh no.
Yes. So we're all in this like really tight, like I could not move. And so I'm holding hands with someone next to me, and then I'm holding hands with the chaplain of the school, and he's praying, like he's the one doing the prayer, and I'm like in the middle of like a sardine can of people, and so I'm like, if I move, like every time I shifted, I could like hear me kind of messing up the guy's prayer, so I would like he would just kind of hesitate a little bit.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh crap, okay, I can't move. So I'm like closing my eyes, trying to breathe like deeply because I can feel my heart like beating so fast because I'm like, I'm sweating so much. I have no idea if my hands are like soaking wet for these poor people holding my hands. Everybody's praying, and I like opened my eyes for a second because I was like, I feel really dizzy and I need to like calm down for a second. And so I'm like trying to breathe, and then all of a sudden I closed my eyes and I woke up on the floor. Which means I freaking passed out in front of all these people, in front of the president of the school, and I'm like on the floor. Mid-prayer. What a horrible Christian I am. So I like open my eyes and I'm looking around and I like immediately try to get up, and I notice every single person is on the floor with me. So I don't know how long I was out. If like it was a couple minutes for everyone to sit down. And so the chaplain is still holding my hand. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, like trying to get up, but I'm obviously out of it. And he's like, no, lay back down. We're gonna finish the prayer on the floor.
No!
Yes! So everybody's on the floor, and I just closed my eyes again, and we finished the prayer, and then I got up, and I look in the corner, and the president of the school is standing next to, like, 2 EMTs. And I was like, crap, now I have to like, this is so embarrassing. So they give me water and I have to go outside of the room to talk to the EMTs. And what frustrated me out of all of it was that the EMT was really cute. And for some reason that just like threw me way off. I was like, this is so embarrassing. I have just embarrassed myself in front of every single like crazy person that I could embarrass myself at this school. And they were asking me, they were like, so have you eaten anything today? And I was like, no. Like, have you had any water? And I was like, no. And they're like, did you lock your knees? And I was like, probably. I was trying to stand completely still. And they're like, okay, so you've committed every single sin before someone passes out. Like, what would cause that? And I was like, yeah, I'm really sorry. And they're like, no, we just want to make sure. Like, everybody was super nice. But, yeah, it was really embarrassing.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
When you woke back up, did anyone say anything like, are you okay, before they continued the prayer?
They did. Like, someone handed me water, but
Okay.
they were just telling me, just stay still. Because they were saying, like, they didn't know what happened, and they were like, just stay still. So
Okay.
it was kind of like they were asking me if I was okay, but mostly just saying, like, we know you're not, so don't move. We're going to have the EMTs come and look at you.
So it wasn't like, she's down, everyone get down, we gotta finish this prayer.
Yeah, but the worst part, so I hate passing out. The only other time I've ever passed out, I passed out 2 other times. Once because I was in the shower for too long and I got dehydrated. And I opened the door and I fell on the floor. And like butt naked, and I woke up and my chin was bleeding because I hit it on something. I still have a scar. That happened. And then the other time I smelled something like weird, some wax or something. And I was in my parents' room. I think I was waxing my own eyebrows. Do you know how girls used to do that? Yeah.
I don't.
Okay, I guess that was just me. You know how I used to do that? I used to wax my own eyebrows.
Uh-huh.
I smelled the wax and like immediately fell on the ground in my parents' room. And I am a dramatic person for one, but I was definitely a dramatic kid. So my parents just like walked over me in the room. And I like woke up and I was like, what happened? I passed out. Like trying to get someone to console me and say, oh, Kaylee, you poor thing. But my dad was like, get out of our room. Just get out. My mom's like, Kaylee, you're in the way. I'm trying to do laundry. I was like, ah. Anyway, my fear with passing out is that I'm going to pass out and I'm going to fart. And I'm not going to know whether or not I farted because who would ever tell someone
I would let you know.
You would let me know? Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you. Because I feel like most people, if I had seen a stranger pass out and they farted while they passed out, I would not tell them.
No,
They're already
yeah.
so embarrassed.
Right.
So that's my fear with passing out in public. Because I have no idea in those 15, 20, maybe a minute long.
What happened?
I could have farted. And nobody said anything. And they were just like, we're going to pray for you. You need prayer. So that's my story from...
Yeah, if you ever pass out and I'm like there, like I'll tell you what happened.
You'll let me know if I farted. Specifically.
I will specifically alert you. But
Thank
not
you.
like if we're still in front of people. I would wait.
Oh, okay.
Do we need like a code?
Actually, no. I feel like it would be better if it was in front of because what would frustrate
like
me
if you woke up and I was like, ah ha ha, you farted.
Yeah, because
Okay.
then everyone would laugh. It would frustrate me if we left and I never got to tell those people, it's okay if I farted, I'll laugh too. They just have this story on me.
Okay, new goal. how about you just eat regularly and drink
and
water
not
regularly?
walk my knees.
Yeah, and then don't pass out.
I think that's a good goal.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
My tale is also from sophomore year of college.
Nice.
I was in a musical called Brigadoon.
I remember. Did I see it?
I don't know.
I don't remember either. I don't think I did.
You were in
sophomore
Seattle.
year I was in Seattle. So yeah. Okay.
I played a character named Meg Brocky who was obsessed with this character named Jeff.
Okay.
She was a little bit of a hoe.
Right, of course.
But when she met Jeff, she was like obsessed with him, always trying to like kiss him. So this kid that played Jeff, should I give him a fake name? No, I'm giving him his real name. His name was Blake.
Freaking Blake. We're calling you out, Blake.
We are calling him out. But I called him out on this story.
I think I have met. I know who Blake is.
Yeah. You know
yes.
Blake.
I know Blake.
So Blake played Jeff and I played Meg. And Meg has to grab Jeff and kiss him like probably 2 or 3 different times in this show. It's like this really aggressive hoe.
Okay. Whoa.
Really aggressive hoe. Band name call it.
Nice.
Man, I'm gonna have to do some editing to this video. I'm
not good at editing, so
no, but I definitely know that I had to kiss him on like one cheek at least twice in this show.
Right.
And it's like one of our final dress rehearsals, and we're all in the green room, and I see Blake walk up to this girl named Madison, and Madison was, I think, in the ensemble, and she, in one scene that I don't think I was in, like, just very lightly has to kiss Blake on the cheek.
Yeah. Because
in whatever song is being sung, that's, like, the motion. But it's, like, a cutesy thing. It's not, like, the same way as, like, I always, like, have to, like, grab his face.
Yeah.
And he goes up to Madison, and he says, hey, just an FYI, I have, like, this rash on my cheek, and he was like, your face. Kaylee just got so disgusted.
I'm sorry,
he goes,
rash is a gross word.
He goes, I think it's because, I actually don't remember why. He goes, I don't think it's, like,
contagious.
I think it might be, like, an allergy or something like that. But I just wanted to let you know, in case, since it's a dress rehearsal, you want to just pretend to, like, but not actually, like, touch your lips to my cheek. And I overheard this conversation in the green room, but I wasn't a part of it. And so I was like...
so Blake didn't tell you?
Listen. So I waited. I was like, the show hadn't started. We hadn't been called to places or anything. So I was like, okay, he's going to come tell me too. Because I just overheard this conversation.
Did he know that you overheard it?
Nothing. I don't think so. And finally, here's the other big piece of the story. He had a big crush on Madison. Wow, maybe I shouldn't have used real names. No, you know what? That's pretty much common knowledge. That's common knowledge, okay?
All right.
They're both married now to different people.
Okay, so it's fine. College, yeah.
And so that's why I think he was, like, looking for, like, a reason to talk to her. But I waited and didn't hear anything. Finally, the show's about to start. I'm like, hey, Blake, remember what you said to Madison earlier? You know how I also kissed you on the face a bunch of times? And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you.
So, did you, I guess the question is, did you kiss his rash face?
No. No.
Okay, good.
No. But that was like a dress rehearsal, so it worked out well because...
Was the rash gone by the show?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was like...
I really want to know what this rash is.
It really wasn't anything. It was really small and like... Probably just dry skin, honestly.
There's some lotion to squirt it from afar.
Put it on his face.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Yeah, so that's...
Jeez.
That's my story. Gross.
It's a good story.
I think I just kissed him on his cheeks and his forehead.
Yeah.
Because she was just a Scottish hoe.
Scottish hoe. Those Scottish hoes. Always running around kissing boys' rash faces.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well, and the sad thing is she doesn't get, like, a happy ending at the end, either. She just gets nothing. Jeff is like, hey, we're not gonna date. And then he goes back home, and she's like... And then I'm assuming the character continues on in her ways.
For someone else?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
So.
Good for her. Poor Scottish hoe. She will find another Scottish. What's the male version of a hoe?
You know what, Kaylee? You bring up a great feminist point. But we're gonna.
I wasn't going there, but okay.
We're gonna have to save it for another day.
Okay, yeah, this is getting pretty long. Sorry, guys. I've been sitting through it. Do I end it?
I don't know.
How do we usually end
We
these
yell
things?
at them.
Oh yeah! Get out!
Can you guys please leave? Like, we're trying to have
Don't make me yell again.
a moment.
Because my voice is piercing and irritating, and I'll do it. End. Oh, jeez. We should also say bye. Lisa.
Okay, I'm ready.
What are we gonna do? Oh.